It's a nervous 24 hours looming for residents of the Nepean Valley and Hawkesbury river systems as floodwaters continue to rise. Let's go straight this hour live to my colleague Jonathan Lee, who's in Wiseman's Ferry. Jonathan, you gave us a very graphic example of how quickly that water was rising. Talk our viewers through it this hour. What's the latest?
Kieran, it's definitely a little bit wetter than Canberra, I'll give you the tip. But look, it's important to put these things into context and understand what's happening with these natural disasters. It certainly is a murky, muddy mess at the moment, the Hawkesbury River. Where does it stand now by comparison to last year and historically? Well, at the moment, the floodwater is continuing to rise because we're almost reaching the high tide peak. The communities, though, right now are dealing with the situation that there was a lot of rain in the past 48 hours that is continuing to come downstream. And as I said before, there's a lot of tributaries which flow into the Hawkesbury River. So it's not just one main system, which is coming from the Nepean and also where Warragamba Dam is releasing water. But last year, in 2021, that black line is where the water got to. It's considered a moderate flood. The Hawkesbury at Windsor, for instance, has had more than 100 floods since white settlement. Back in 1978, though, this floodwater was up around the eaves. So you get an idea of just how much higher the water has been historically. But it's important now to understand where this water is and what is happening. The bowling green yesterday, well, obviously it was green. The water came up overnight and it's continuing to come in. There are a lot of river communities along here and people who are still trapped and trying to get over here to get food. We caught up with the Edgertons. Scott, his wife, little Axel and the father's arms as well. They were one of what is a number of people now trying to find their way back here to get food, eventually before going back home to clean up. We had a chat with them.
Oh, I came up pretty quick last night after the rain, yeah. But can't do anything, you just got to sit and watch. So, all the roads are blocked in and out, so grin and bear it.
Sorry, mate.
Can't cry about it. Gonna get you nowhere.
Well, it came up last week and then went down, and then it was back up again by yesterday. This morning when we got up, it was 4 metres, so.
There is certainly an extraordinary amount of work being done here by volunteers. We've got the SES working hard to try and get the food to people. Here at the bowling club at Wiseman's Ferry, a centre has been set up to try and get that food to people also. It's being donated by local charities, churches, even the local businesses coming from 20 or 30 kilometres away. In fact, some of the people I spoke to said that they'd come from the city or the northern beaches to try and get that food to the regional areas for the animals and the livestock. Here's some of the people we chatted with about the efforts they're going to.
Groceries, some medical stuff, petrol for generators, and water. Food that's been ordered through the co-op here.
Can I ask how long they've been cut off for?
5 days. Wednesday, last week. Last week, and the water's still going up.
It came up hard and fast. So high tide about 3 a.m. here, and we expected it to come up, but it came up really quickly and kept on coming. So it's up pretty high.
I wouldn't live anywhere else because of the community and the spirit, and you know, it might break us a little bit, and we'll you know, roll our sleeves up as we do here and keep on going.
Some viewers, Kieran, might be thinking, well, it looks like the bowling club's done all right. Some of those river communities, they're okay. Here is the big question mark. In the next 48 hours, there's talk we could get between 100 and 200 millimetres of rain. It's not Queensland heavy, but that is huge amounts of rain in this catchment. It will also mean that you won't know the true effects of these floods for another 7 to 10 to 12 hours after that. So they are a long way from okay at the moment. That rain is coming. This floodwater will certainly rise, and we'll wait to see by midweek, perhaps Wednesday or Thursday, just truly how bad this flood actually is, Kieran.
Jonathan, thank you. We'll talk to you throughout the afternoon. Appreciate the update.